Hello? Scout says hello. It's week 40, doing a check-in video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how week 39 went. Quick summary, it went well. I think because it was just archival, it's extremely low stakes to archive your work, especially if it's work that you're not trying to, I gotta stop doing this. That's hanging there because I'm grateful my brother got me that, but that's for the Cheetos commercial. When I got that was in like 2022, one of my songs being in a Cheetos commercial. Anyway, my brother had that made for me. I should show you, it's actually kind of funny. He put a picture of mine from my website against Chester Cheetah because he's being cute. Or funny. Probably funny. Anyway. Here's another funny one. Not that I have time for this right now. I have to work in 20 minutes. My sister had that commissioned from an artist, Lydia. Poor. That's our dog, Scout. That was our wedding present. That's cute. Okay, moving on. So, week 39, pretty good. Again, archival. So I picked the older one, the one I was less drawn to, but also the one that was less traumatic. I don't know why I picked the one. I think I wasn't drawn to either, so I just went in order. And so the older one was the one I went with. It was, on here it says Galena, etc., Iowa. I decided to use a title. Back in the old days, I wanted to title all of my individual archival states albums. Like whenever I wrote songs in Delaware or Connecticut or California, I was going to call them by that name, and that way I could easily find them on my Bandcamp when I was picking. Oh my gosh, I need to breathe. I'm on allergy meds right now because I have about 400 mosquito bites. My energy is different than usual. Okay. It's good. It's good. I can do this. Okay. So I thought that's what I would do. So I had made all these cute album title names a while ago, years ago. Oh my gosh. I want to just list some to you. Oh, so then I will. Wisconfidence, because Wisconsin definitely is a place full of very confident, capable people. And I was raised to be a confident and capable person. And I didn't know that's not how everyone was kind of raised. There's a lot of competition. Wiscompetition. Anyway, yeah, so that's one. Let's see, Michigan had one, but it's so old now. Like, yeah, I've been writing hundreds of songs in Michigan now that I live here. I had one for, I think I changed Minnesota Too Nice. That was the Minnesota one, Minnesota Too Nice, because it was about Minnesota nice, and kind of working through feelings of like figuring out who you actually are rather than just being nice all the time. But then I might be changing that to Midwest Too Nice. So you can steal my titles because I'm just using them for archives. As long as you don't come back and sue me for the album title you stole from me, I don't really care. It's all coming down from somewhere else anyway. Anyway, so I used my Iowa title for the Galena songs things because it kind of all circled around Iowa. And I didn't know when else I would use it. So the title is Iowa parentheses Debt of Gratitude. Iowa Debt of Gratitude. And, oh yeah. I felt divinely called. I have to wait for this to come on and I'll show you the album I released yesterday. Archival, lo-fi, voice memos, but I edited them and leveled them, and I put some little clips of spoken word kind of stuff on there, like rambles that I had done to myself. And I felt guided not to put this one back in the bucket. I keep doing that where if something had options on it, I keep ripping the thing off and then putting the options back, but I'm getting to a point now where it's like, these are all going to either be finished or never finished, and either way, I'm opening the website. Either way, if I finish or don't finish them, I'm only playing this game for like 12 more weeks, and there's way more than 12 slips in there. But I also think that this one, spiritual sabbatical, spiritual is supposed to be in parentheses, but I think, to my vision, I think I understand why a loving universe doesn't want me, why God doesn't want me to put this back in there. It's a spiritual sabbatical one. Rippy boo, rippy boo. Spiritual sabbatical one is heart-wrenching for me. Trigger warning, if you've ever been raped or abused, as I have been both. If you have those experiences, first of all, I'm very, very, very sorry that you have that in your life, in your past. Oh, I dropped the thing I ripped out. Especially if it's your recent past and you don't know how to do it. No, also if it's your very old past and you don't know how to let it go or leave it behind. I'm very sorry. But second of all, a method that worked for me to kind of move through traumas that are attached to a place. So mine was attached to Door County, Wisconsin. I don't know why I'm telling you about the album I didn't end up choosing. But there were little specific towns and a specific inn in Door County, Wisconsin. You can see all this on my YouTube. It's on there. The videos for the album that I would eventually put on Bandcamp, all the videos are already released. But there was just something about realizing they don't have their own Wisconsin place. And I will not be calling that one Wisconfidence. But, those songs that I wrote on what I called the spiritual sabbatical, where I went to these places where I had been, where I had left parts of myself, really tragic, horrifying memories, and I wrote songs to that past moment, either to the person or to the moment in time that was trapped in the place, to the PTSD, to the sense memory. And that's what I kind of call place-based songwriting, and I do a lot of it now. Sometimes it's about other people's memories. Sometimes I'll feel ghosts in a place, which could just be stuck, sad feeling. I don't claim to know anything about the quantum or invisible world. I have faith and I have beliefs, but anyway, there it is. So these are just a bunch of lo-fi albums mostly. It's up at the top right now. It's the one with the hearts in the hand. I made those out of clay. Oops. I made those out of clay when I was in Iowa on this specific trip. So I will click that and let you see it. And I put those two little clay hearts. I think I'd even made a third one in case we had a kid someday. And currently we have a dog, as you saw. And so yeah, that's it. Iowa, Debt of Gratitude, and then here's some tracks, and then there's really long liner notes. So if you want to read about that part of my life, the songs and the words were from 2019, but the liner notes talk about what was underneath all of those songs that came out, which goes all the way back to the early 2000s. And yeah, this was my first real experience of place-based songwriting, where it was like an intentional thing. Like, I will go to these places and write songs there and try to feel it or see it differently. Oh, sorry. First time I really had that thought even, I think, was I need to go back to Galena and put a new memory there. I guess you could say the first time I had that thought was living in Michigan, when my now husband had felt a certain way about a certain area the first year we were dating, and I had had the thought back then, well, why don't we put new memories in those old and or sad places? And so I've been doing it around Michigan, but I hadn't done it. I hadn't even conceived of it as like an intentional concept for a creative process until years into that relationship. So, and then this is 5 years into that relationship with my hubby. When these songs were written, now we're together like 12 years. Oh my gosh. I told myself this one has to be a little shorter because I have to teach. So I have 11 more minutes left. So time to go draw a slip for week 40. I gotta throw away this. Okay. How's your day? Or as I say in my kids' album, oh, sorry, I can't hear you. You see, these things are one-sided, so I can ask you a question, but I can't hear your answer. And then I have everyone like call out a color, like their favorite color, and then I say, but I kind of could hear your answer because something like, if we all called out different colors, it's like I heard rainbow. Yay! Rainbow. Some of the sound of my kids' album reminds me a little bit of, oh gosh, what's that song? Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows. Okay, I think this is a big dreams week. Yes, okay, we're doing it. We're going in. I still haven't cleaned this up. I get very sentimental. I'm glad they were here. It's really fun to have all these memories. I will clean up soon. I just cleaned out my car. Let's see, it's July of 2026. I just cleaned out from my November of 2025 in October West Coast tour. So I had rocks from Malibu and things from Utah, like little nuggets and postcards and stickers and stuff. And I just cleaned it out, and it felt wrong to do so because I was like holding on to it in my car. So I was like sticking my own energy. Anyway, Oh yeah, I can't be quite as rambly as usual today. I like rambling, and I hate that word has a negative connotation. Some people like to use the old words and reclaim them. I actually don't. Nerd, geek. I said that recently. I don't like to reclaim words that have yucky energy. So I'm just going to use a different word. Not rambling. Pontificating. That one reminds me of Winnie the Pooh's Tao of Pooh, or Tay of Piglet. Pontificating. Or musing. Or inquiring. Or meandering through space and time in the ether. Using words and feelings and ideas. All right, here we go. Big dreams. Dun, 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 dun. It's really big feeling. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like it's one I've already drawn and put back in, so I'm feeling kind of intimidated right now. I kind of just want a week off. I could do that. I could take 2 weeks on this. I do have to work on my recital for my business. Like, that's actual work I have to do that I've set up for myself. I'll just read it. Oh. Well, it's the same shape as the one I put back in, which was Punky Bear. I think I put it back in. Maybe I put it next to my desk. But it was because it was written on the same paper and at the same time. But this is the album that's supposed to come after that, which now it's coming 2 after that because I broke Punky Bear in half and gave the second half back to the Michigan Dreams and Colorado Feelings songs and gave it a new name, Skylights. And that was weeks ago. So this is the album coming after that. This is the album I started writing without realizing it until a year or 2 into it. Until writing a song by the title tracks. Like writing the title track, in other words, I realized it was the album title once we lived here, so that's what it's called. Songs are written. I perform these songs at shows. Pretty much ever since we moved here, I've been performing a lot of these songs at shows. Phoenix, Limitations, Eclipse songs. That was a few years into living here. A couple that might or might not end up on here, Kitchen Songs, For All the Dogs in the World, Keeping Score. I might redo Wild also, which I put on my first Jessica Wolford album. And then a couple might be moving over to Cloudlight, because I'm working on that with my husband, like the full-length album. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly will end up on here, so I don't know how I can draw this out of the Big Dreams jar. I think here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this one right in the center of the heart, down here. Perfect. There. Now, when I'm actually up to that one, I can do it. But how could I do it as part of the remaining 12 weeks? I don't know what I would do. Practice the songs? I could do that. I could just draw another one. I think I need to practice these songs. I miss playing these songs. Sometimes I want to play more shows, not because I'm feeling social, but because when I play shows, I play songs that are resonant with my current vibe. So I'm usually a few albums ahead in my shows. So I'll play shows with songs from an album that's 3 away from being recorded. I have to. Like, that's how I'm feeling when I perform. I can't just play really old dead songs. They're not dead. They're just so far past to me that I still love them in a recording sense, but they're hard to put my whole self out there in a live moment intimately with strangers and friends and mixtures of energy in a room. So, yeah, I will practice these. Taking it back. All right, that's all I have time for, so that's week 40. Gonna replay, do something with my Phoenix album songs. Maybe I'll think of more to go on it. Who knows? Bye.